matter. And you don't quite know what the VRS split of a game like this may end up looking like. Obviously we have to put in contention in all of these games, where I think this Party Astronauts unit, we already spoke about, unfortunately, the missed opportunities that they missed a big week of qualifiers, unfortunately rolling in with some of their issues. So trying to come back as much of a strong start as they can base onto a CT side where you just had Fang performing very, very well. I think that Darty had an excellent debut. Classic OG Wizard on that scope. You just didn't see him rep with priors as good as they can.
I feel like the only player that we didn't really have an exciting start on that map would be Viz, but maybe an exciting start for Party Astronauts. 3 clean shots, taking out 3 of the T's very early, and now sandwiched between 2 T's. They're gonna have to find a clean trade. Misha is able to find one. Flo left alone on an island. A 1v4, is he able to clutch it?
Had to place out some of that util, firing squad on the other side. Fang to try and welcome him into those arms, as Flo, as you see on our minimap, may have a big leg up here, certainly in that distance, to try and get this bomb planted. Viz looks like he's going to be headed back all the way towards CT. Smoke down, guaranteed bomb plant, cha-ching for that Super Evil gang.
Very easy for them. A little bit of damage already coming through from the CTs. 3 through Donut. Flo just trying his best to stay in cover, but Fang is very quick with these shots, and the bomb getting defused. Business as usual right now for Party Astronauts, but still, Super Evil Gang, they were able to get that plant, able to get a little bit of extra money in their pockets, so a force up in the next round is possible.
You'll absolutely be seeing them delve right into it. Gotta fight fire with fire, excuse me, after OG Wizard absolutely lights one in middle. Great shots that they start off with, but already a turn of the tide, right? Super Evil Gang got off to both of those pistols, if my memory does serve me right, as if that wasn't 15 minutes ago, onto that Anubis, which they did, right? So we're gonna have to see them answer back. I don't think as big of a buy, as in the guns aren't as large, right? It's just these MAC 10s. You don't see a Galil come out for the Super Evil Gang yet, but that means they're just going to be picking up the pace quite fast here into B, and it's going to be Darty that is going to have to stay off to it. Don't spot him in this corner. Has to labor spray on the FAMAS. Can't get anything out of this, and the B site will crumble.
Very, very quickly crumbled there, and quickly the bomb doesn't even get planted here. I mean, okay. Maybe a little bit. But no, Misha with an incredible flank. They're able to pick up that last CT player, but it just felt like the angles were right. Super Evil Gang were just not letting themselves get killed. They all have plot armor in that force-up round, and that's exactly what they need to be doing. That is that fast action that you need to be able to disrupt the CTs, and not having enough util to slow them down is exactly where they ended up wrong. I mean,
and a force buy that a Goose Breeder would be proud of. Check out that Nova out on OG Wizard.
Yeah, that's going to be huge. I mean, that's a bit of a moneymaker there in
It
Cave.
is, ironically.
A little bit. They changed did they change the Nova down to 600 as well?
It's plus 800 or plus 600. Either way, you're getting like a bag of cash. You can see that there's sort of been a spar out to a situation like that, but too hot for OG Wizard to stick his staff through. Talon, Mac 10, what a one-tap onto Fang, and he is just going to melt Darty right behind him. I don't know that I've seen quite as clean of a one-tap come from a Mac 10.
That is that Mac 10 that we saw Talon wield so many rounds in a row on their T side of Anubis, and I mean, it's still working here on Ancient. Now just have to clear out this last CT player, and Bentley, able to find one for himself, is going to let that CT creep in through CT. A little bit of damage done, but not enough for a kill. These M4s working very well on the T side. That's been interesting.
They
a little disappointed.
Yeah,
that we didn't see any Nova kills. That's all I
hey
want to say.
Man, we've been very lucky in these shenanigans we get on the first map, but I doubt that's the last time we'll see PA roll the dice tonight, Apple. So I say stay tuned. Super Evil Gang, they want to start off on that same channel they let off to on that T-side Anubis start, rather to just try and fit into a third. They just face off against the USP, so this seems quite like a reality.
I want to see more Talon one-taps with that Mac 10, but upgraded to a Galil this round. Nice flash out from Cave. Is not going to be able to do too much damage here. The M4 is just shooting straight.
Oh, yeah.
Nice clip for Clipsera.
Wonderfully again. Those just write themselves, don't they, Apples?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm interested in how Party Astronauts really formulate their pistol round things, because I think we saw 2 different pistol round forces where they try to flash out or try to at least nade through, and they just get completely caught off guard by Super Evil Gang and their sharp shooting. And maybe they should reformulate those just a little bit more. Have someone coming in from another angle or something, because it just felt like they completely got decimated that round when they could have very easily gotten at least 1 or 2 kills there with those USPs.
It seemed like they were just going to completely try and pick on this A site right out of spawn, but they slowed down. They let Misha and Clipsera go to work there in middle. Just saw Clipsera do a whole lot in that space just by himself. But Arise to go hunting here on this FAMAS and is going to like what he sees. That is very clear and obvious to us right now. OG Wizard going to be the first line of defense here. Rather on the stack, Fang is just going to be right within rotator's distance to witness this whole double murder. OG Wizard and Ben Lead and Fang go down at the drop of a hat. Call it with Viz as well. Darty to witness all of this happening to his squad, and what a bolstering opening here in the rifle rounds. More convincing than they started off. Misha right where he needs to be, but Darty at least good for a single gunfight in this round.
It's the FAMAS better than the AK.
FAMAS era.
FAMAS era, honestly, that is the meta right now. Looks like Super Evil Gang looking to do a little bit of damage. I mean, they have so much money on Arias right now, 10K. They have the money to go hunting if they really want to, but can at least run through spawn. Talon looking for one of his own, trying to bolster his own points here. Only 2 kills to his name, but still, we'll see probably a little bit more coming from in a little bit of a later round.
I feel like a pit in my stomach. Yeah, I was going to say.
Yep.
Talon goes and gets that one every day. That is beautiful work from Super Evil Gang, not even giving them a crumb to hold on to, you know? And I think it takes a certain type of eyes to be in that, right? We talked about Talon, you know, having so much experience, maybe even Flo having, you know, perspective over from the other FPS, but I haven't gotten to talk about Clipsera yet, Apples. I know you come over from some of those Impact broadcasts. This guy was actually the coach of that former Saints Impact roster, went to Cato 23 with them on site. Had an interesting chapter as a coach, Clipsera.
Very interesting. I feel like having coach experience definitely makes you a better player in the server. You're able to kind of see more things on the other side, and clean trades here. That USP actually getting a little bit of work done. Clipsera looking for something of his own.
Oh, what?
Oh, KOG with a nice 2K. That's a pickup rifle.
This is really, really weird. The player is all the way back towards the elbow. It's like we've restarted this round completely. Fang right where the B site was called upon into cave. That 5-7 will, I know, not be satisfied with finding information of nothing. Gonna want to get a clue into something, but right here it's gonna be yellow tape right put on the body of Talent. Misha and Flo up against these pistols. The way they're walking, Apples, we know their backs are against the wall here. PA, they get 2 players right where they need to be.
Yeah, but a nice pick from Flo is going to at least clear out just a little bit of the site. However, Viz here in Big Box is going to be able to activate. Bomb plant denied. Flo left in a 1v2 situation, and OG Wizard with an incredible round, starting off with 2 kills with the USP and now completely upgraded to an op from that. Sometimes you just need to step up for your team. Sometimes that's what you need to be doing, and that is what he does. He's able to grab that op that he so loves, and now Party Astronauts on a little bit of a better situation than they were last round. Able to buy their utility, buy their rifles, and maybe we'll see something a little bit different here against Super Evil Gang.
Big play out of the youngest member of this lineup, and a guy that was out of the public eye, and with all the controversy that was happening with the Party Astronauts lineup, didn't really have a public comment, was kind of the newer member in this, right? What are we to expect from a young man like this, right? For Misha, it's to go up and try and get this kill.
Wow.
Viz gets that response in back, but a guy that they've relied on value-wise is a connecting piece of this team in so many ways, and I mean, likely to recognize it where they need to. On the sidelines, they currently sway, but I think they're about to call themselves right into a post plant like this. Either way, they're going to be attempting that in that next round. They're headed right out, Apples, holding on to the scope, holding on to the M4. definitely a disappointing face after such a rich round you just come off of.
Yeah, but that's exactly how you answer back if you're Super Evil Gang. You answer back with something even stronger. Just go back to your playbook, go back to your team shots, and just get something that you know that you're going to win. They're able to get that B site, able to secure a 5th round. That's exactly what they need to be doing. So much money in their pockets, by the way. They are very rich. They do have someone waiting in their spawn right now. Viz could stand to get a couple more kills here if they do peek out just a little bit too much, but they're going to think better of it. Just get a little bit of a safer spot for themselves.
Just when your opponent gets a very nice serve back to you, you really get it back quicker than I think they even would have, netted that point to be held, right? They deny everything that would have came off of the 5-7 buy in really, really crazy fashion. I mean, not even a competition where those are struck up, and they do get a very nice buy back on the Party Astronauts unit back through. It's everything they can get. Darty hasn't been limited by these FAMASs before. They were looking to go quick onto A rounds ago. They didn't end up going with the call, but this is one that you can likely get away with only once and a half. They're going to be setting their sights right here to get a clean bomb plant. Talon Squad is going to be looking for their 6th here on round 8.
Yeah, so close though, and Donut just spamming through the smoke, looking for something. Arias already picked up Darty on the other side of the map. Very quickly trying to just hold down this red room control, and he is. OG Wizard just trying to peek out. That is something that you don't usually peek at. A little bit of damage, but OG Wizard comes out with the least. Wow, what a quick peek. It's not very safe to go into mid right now, but Arias is looking. He's hunting. He's able to find. What a nice headshot.
Oh my gosh. That's why you saw him swap back to the AK. He's not done. Rather, I think he's just gotten the towel now. Back to the bench for Arias there. That player's still not be done in cave. They're swinging him. They're swinging him. You're not getting away with this, Fang. Though he may scot-free. Not today. Put in the cuffs by the sheriff of this town. Misha already getting his 8th frag of the game. Has to just ride the back of Arias there, who goes absolutely disgusting there in the back end. What just happened in middle? I wish we saw the other POV of that. Just getting decked, right? Like,
oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Like, incredible from Super Evil Gang. It feels like a different team that we're seeing right now against Party Astronauts, but we're also seeing a very different team coming through from Party Astronauts. Usually very strong. I mean, number 5 in the standings, if my memory serves me correct. So it's not like they've been playing terribly this entire season. They play pretty well. It's just their team cohesion isn't where it needs to be. Oh, a good clean trade there, though. Fang is able to take down one. Viz as well in cave. Super Evil Gang kind of getting sandwiched here outside in T lane. Looking to disrupt. Looking to disrupt, and he does. Nice one. Still there. Bang. Being the mainstay on this B site. Shutting down Super Evil Gang. Trying to go slow in here. And it worked. These are at a standstill.
Look at him go on the mini-map, Apples. This is crazy positioning.
He's hunting.
They set Ben lead all the way back to see if they're not going to get up that far, but Fang is about to find out a whole lot. Flo with a crazy kill back onto the awaiting rifler. Here are the 5-7. OG Wizard 2 rounds ago picked up a 4K with, has just gotten likely the ceiling frag on a round like this, as Flo is separated from the unit 1 versus 2 without the bomb. Though it is right within reaching distance, is more concerned about what could be cruising alongside him. These kills could come down. Swaps to the AK and now going to go mobile.
Nice flash. Not really blinding, though. Ben Lee able to pick that up. The 5-7s win it. 2 AKs for the CTs. Party Astronauts feeling a little bit better after that round. It felt a little bit more together, cohesive, and a lot more disruptive with that 5-7 on OG Wizard. Definitely the most impactful player on the server alongside Fang. Super Evil Gang just not able to really answer back once they get that first pick or that second pick taken from them from the CTs. And that's what we saw on Anubis. We saw that happen. We saw the T's at a standstill once that opener didn't work out for them, or Talon was picked off very early, and now they're just going to have to activate another player, activate something from their idea book. Idea book, their thinky skulls, their notepad.
Or whatever is bouncing around up that noggin. Whatever it is, it seems to be working. At least in the mechanical sense. We do have talent out of at least the conversation right at that front end, but that's kind of his job. I feel the pain. Talon having to sort of risk in that as we sort of spoke, right? I mean, he's clearly the hard entry for a team like this. I mean, even you realize it like is even particularly effective when you get that going. Think about like the Mac 10 coming out back in round 9, which was awfully amusing. However, this is no game like that. This is a big buy for the party astronauts, and we are going to see if they are going to have their fortunes canceled out on them 2 times in a row. Back from the squad, Arias going really quick. Here towards the start. Immediate fight that goes and skips right past Viz. Talon takes that and doesn't even need to see the man. A headshot beaming through the smoke.
Incredible start. Talon just not stopping the activation. Darty, though, is good for it. Able to secure that cave push. But still, Arias is here. He's not shut down quite yet. Just slowing down and waiting for the team to activate somewhere else. Need to get some little bit of mid control for their own worries. Covering their back, smoking donut, making sure that they're going slowly and quietly. Checking their angles, not wanting to get surprised by any CTs lurking in their corner. But right now, they're 2-2. Each site is locked down. They have to make some disruption to be able to descend.
And Arias is the eyes and ears here. Also the barrel to the head on Darty. With a kill like that, you may expect that route to be open to either direction. They choose to split the hair in back into the B side, where OG Wizard is still going to be having this closet still closed. Walking up, that's an opti that he's going to be seeing off on the green. Can't even find the ball. There it is. Bomb is going to go down at the hands of Misha, and already strenuous affairs happening on the cave. But not for the Party Astronaut squad. Arias and Clipsera just got taken down to 1 health, respectively. Not sure that's going to make the difference, though.
What a nice spam, but not going to really connect them into another round that they're going to take into. Party Astronauts just going back to save. Fang at least going to be able to get a couple for his troubles like he did a couple rounds ago. Ooh, sees ahead.
Oh, wow.
Gets his head taken out. Arias on a tear this round and this game. Look, 13 kills, only 3 deaths so far for himself. I'm just worried for CT side for them. I don't know how fast they're going to be able to run from these guns.
With the information I do have onto Arias here, as I did mention, he's actually one of the members that I got to meet him back at Fragadelphia, Chicago earlier in September of 2024. Is a man that is, I don't know if you could ever walk up to him and see a frown on that face, right? And what I heard from Talon, he said to be like the heart of the team, but also ruthlessly an aggressive fragger. Like, with those 2 boxes, check and check tonight. He is having a crazy one.
Absolutely. Ooh, but a lot of molly damage going to be coming through onto Arias and Talon. Viz just trying to control this cave push. As mid is taken by storm for the rest of these players. Nisha doing a lot of damage, almost through the smoke, but Ben Lee able to find a headshot. Clipsera is going to answer back with the spray.
Yeah, an audacious peek that you see right out of it. OG Wizard put in a pickle at the moment, forced out of A main through that smoke, and he will just push forward on it. Flow may not catch this. As soon as it's let off, awkward up the spray, and Arias goes down. OG Wizard is going to get capped by the P250. This thing chopped down from a 3v3 is now even set in to be a more competitive round by the Super Evil Gang. Chopping back, Darty and Viz got to open up shop.
Super Evil Gang. I mean, they have virtually no map controller, no map information except for Talon. Here just trying to clear out this B site. Party Astronauts just slowly making their way towards mid. Slowly clearing out Donut. Flow just trying to hold this angle. 1 player spotted. Clipsera trying to keep them at bay. Keep the bomb in safe hands. AK could do a lot of damage, but so does a FAMAS. Viz able with a nice kill. Now Flow is just going to start activating. That's the information that he needs. Lower mid could smoke them off.
Oh,
but look at this.
They're now going to be aware. They have to be aware. And Viz just sprinted, knife out. He wants to get right here. He's making up for a lot of lost time. The project was started all the way from A. It was talented to meet Flo here. Flo can now just stand on this bomb and beat his chest. Great huge kills out of that AWP to earn an 8th round on the side of the Super Evil Gang.
Wow. Flo has been on a flow. On a flow. I mean, that op shot, these op shots are so clean. We saw them last map with a collat for that last round win. Feels like everything is connecting. OG Wizard, unfortunately, I mean, we've seen him on an op a couple of times. He's been able to disrupt a couple of things, but it's really only been when he has a 5.7 or a pistol in his hand that he's able to get really, really round-defining kills.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
It was Darty that couldn't stand the first rush. Deja vu. I wouldn't even say that to this point. The first hit wasn't this clean. It is pristine coming up the way. Flo to put this bomb down. Ben, Lead, and Fang can only dream of retaking this bomb site. It's about to be a 9-3 half on Ancient, a map that similarly to Anubis, the Super Evil Gang have worked so hard, Apples, to try and improve. And boy, that work is showing.
Absolutely. Ben Leet left alive, just an MP9 in his hand, a little bit of armor, but only 58 health as well. Just hiding behind the smoke. Let's see. A little bit of an arm. Oh, he's able to find one. But still, Flo is there time and time again, able to find those round-defining kills. And that's the half. 9-3. We'll be right back after a quick break.
Yeah. La 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 la. Yeah. Your life hits hard, but I hit right back. I never back down. I keep it on track. It's the same day with no problems. I keep rising from the bottom. Cause when the sun comes up and I look around, I can feel that love, I can hear that sound. They're never gonna hold me down.
A thrashing 9-3 half that Super Evil Gang put up on their T side of Ancient. Party Astronauts, they're going to need to launch themselves out of this round hole of 6 that they are in. Picked up that first pistol round, Apples, in that first half. They're not going to be leaving much up to the imagination, quickly heading towards B to try and factor the second one in.
Yeah, he's still being thrown out, but you can see Super Evil Gang, they have a setup. They have something in place waiting for you, but a little bit of fire damage and a little bit of a trade here. Ben and OG Wizard very quick with some pistol kills at the start, but these trades are incredible. Talon left, last alive, USP in hand. Him against OG Wizard. Who is going to be the better of this? Who's going to peek first and find this kill? It's moving so quickly, but it's Talon. That is double digits for Super Evil Gang. Little bit of a spam picking at that Glock. And wow, what an incredible, I mean, that just went so quickly that you can't even see it all happening, but that was everything. That was everything everything that they needed and more for Super Evil Gang just to launch themselves into the second half.
I mean, Talon peppers in a great clutch there, Apples. Do you even, like, now open the door? You do absolutely, because there was a bomb plant, but I mean, Party Astronauts really would have opened up a couple more of those paths back into this thing with not only the pistol round, but the full confidence that would come alongside of a buy like this. We know how quickly you're able to see yourselves out of these best of ones in MR12. They're going to need to be close to perfect from now forward.
Yeah. It's going to be hard for Party Astronauts really to fight through this, but slowly stocking up mid, a little bit of a bomb plant, so they have the buy here. Flo and Misha just waiting here in Donut for something to disrupt, and the FAMAS does it just a bit, but OG Wizard is there. Oh, Talon. Okay, that is another extremity taken off for Party Astronauts, and so low on this site are Fang and OG Wizard taken down as quickly as they started, not even being allowed entry onto the site.
These are crazy revelations that we are coming to. Super Evil Gang completely nets that conversation straight out of the window right now. It's 11 rounds. You can maybe start to pave the way up to 12 because they're going to be reaching for everything in the pockets. Full force buy. It's the MAC-10 that are going to be doubled up, Darty and Viz, to try and get this on. A disappointing debut for Darty. The party not started for the rest of the Astronauts, but this thing isn't over yet. But Talon, he wants to end this thing a long time ago. A double that he gets off to, but so does Fang, bottom of the net.
Arias has to know that someone is here. Lots of nade damage onto Bentley. Those are the MAC-10s out of the round. Now just Super Evil Gang, they have to work on the extremities. Look at what they have lost. They know where Fang has to be or where he was a little bit earlier in the round. Has to know that he's just walking around this map looking for some CT extremity that's been marked off by them. Sarah, ooh, that's not going to be good for Super Evil Gang. Going to drop down. OG Wizard able to find one for himself.
Each step forward with just that much more pressure than the last. OG Wizard finds a very impressive fight, but unfortunately doesn't have the speed to take that next fight with the solace that it did require. Fang, though, has found himself all the way around the world, with Flo peppering him, likely to find something, likely wanting to find something, rather, through middle, gets nothing. Arias here with a blank slate, just pick and choose, now has an audible cue, and tries to press forward, sees a shadow on the other side, but it seems to be a matter of time.
Nice kill. Has to know that Fang could be anywhere on this site and just waiting for him to peek out, and he does. Arias now 18-6. An incredible map for him, and now that is map point 12-3 for Super Evil Gang. And Party Astronauts, they don't have a lot of money really going into this next round to answer back. They forced as much as they could into this one. They were able to get a lot of kills onto the CTs, but still, 2 up, so much util saved for Super Evil Gang. They're not going to have to invest too much into this round.
I mean, it's not a terrible result at all for a Party Astronaut squad in a regular scenario. If they were trying to pepper into any half, an eco round with 3 bodies that they throw at the problem is going to be absolutely fine for it, right? And, I mean, rather the force that they get up onto the board. I mean, it's just as close as you do find. Party Astronauts now, it's a very disappointing debut, and you can feel the reality starting to set in. Same old Fang it looks to be on. He continues to frag like no real time has passed, but clearly not the same unit you've seen in the server tonight. It's been about 2 weeks since you've seen the Astronauts get together and play in official apples. They'll be needing a bit more motivation before we fully see them back.
You see how much of a rotate that one kill from Fang pulled, though, from Super Evil Gang. Now,
absolutely.
Have 1 on A site, 2 in Donut, though. That's going to be a quick response to whatever happens on this B site, where it looks like it to be Fang trying to grab another one, but that double peek is going to make him not able to finish.
Oh, they're expecting this flank.
They're expecting it. I mean, there were 2 players in mid. They just have to slowly wait for the descent. Arias able to find one with a nice flash assist. The bomb gets planted. Viz, though, in cave, could stand to do a lot of damage. That's Misha out of the equation. Now 2 players left. Flo, we saw him with an incredible clutch. Now his 2 players set his sights back on again.
Oh, and he's far away from Viz. Viz going all the way from cave, but at the bottom of the ramp, Apples. Viz will extend this thing a little bit longer. AWP recovered at the end of the round like this. No reason to start getting concerned for the Super Evil Gang back. But this won't be the prettiest buy. They'll have to wait likely a while longer.
Just it felt like their entire round kind of got set off kilter for the Super Evil Gang once that first pick came out from Fang. Incredible disruptor from him. Quick into mid, quick into taking it, but Clipsera quick into grabbing that first one. Misha following it up with another MP9 kill.
Not like this, surely.
Not like this.
I mean, Talon is a USP to try and get up in the next round, and they're about to take it all here. Bentley likely trying to find himself onto a rifle. Ben Gleet, he's going to have to find it off his teammate's body now. I'm not sure that's going to make him ripe for the fight. It's a 2 versus 4 for Party Astronauts to survive in this Ancient at a certain fray. OG Wizard, he has a lot put on him here, but a wiggly up, and that shot in the back seems like a stab through the heart of the Party Astronaut side, and it may come down to this thing right at the ramp. OG Wizard trying to kick and scream out of the back of this Ancient.
Switching to an AK. Is he able to find that head? He finds Arias now. 1v1. Talon and OG Wizard. OG, with a less amount of health, is going to just take that bomb, run on over to the A site. Talon, he did not invest anything into this round. Does he just save this or wait for the plant to move? He does. He starts moving.
I'm for it.
Why not? You saved into this. It's not like you really invested into it. Might as well just go ahead and try.
Oh, you might have seen him.
He might have seen it. He might have gotten that little bit of a cue when he does. OG Wizard able to clutch it up with a nice quad kill this round.
And beautiful business, too, considering that's the 1v1 you have from that second half pistol. Wasn't that long ago that Talon ended up besting OG Wizard to even the Lions over here with only 7 rounds to separate Party Astronauts from overtime. The trick to these things, right, is not getting too ahead of yourselves. You just have to know that you're very much equipped to stand very tall in a round like this. The cliche, take it one at a time, really has to come to be.
Five sevens on the side of Super Evil Gang. A little bit more of a eco, as well as Talon's just saving up. I mean, they're able to do a little bit of damage to the economy for Party Astronauts, but that back 10, a lot of damage, but not gonna be able to grab any more than one from Viz. Quickly, this B site being attended on to by the party. There's Super Evil Gang invited.
They would be invited to my party every day of the week. But I'm not the one sending out invitations.
You want an evil
Apples.
person on your party? You want evil people in your party?
Only if they're super evil.
I mean, Talon
part
got a
of my
USP
gang.
kill last round. Oh, that back 10 spray from so far away.
He even has the half armor for it. Lucky the AG doesn't get him out, but a bit of a shenanigan that you have into the past. But Party Astronauts, they make this one a little bit more interesting. They just put it up to 6 rounds. Darty with a little bit of trouble fighting Talon there in the end. Either way, they launch into 6.
mean, that's better than a 13-3. Just want to be able to get as many rounds as they can. Try and force this into OT. Party Astronauts are not going to go silently, obviously, with how they've just been running through their T side. However, I mean, CTs, they have the money, they have the economy now. Could be able to shut this down. They just play it the same way that they have been.
Sprinting back towards this B side. Darty trying to fit this T-sided system like a glove was one of the many blades in the cabinet of Cryptic. He sat right next to him on that boss side. You knew those guys were very close within that unit, but in New Jersey, you wear it tonight. Clipsera trying to rip it off. The only thing that's getting ripped off is his head. Ben Elite has had enough of this madness into the site. That's why he puts up a double entry with another clean lick into this B side. I don't even think you're going to see Misha or Flo go anywhere near this.
No, absolutely not. You see how much money they have left in their bank. They invested everything into this round, expecting an easy one from Party Astronauts to clear this out, but they have obviously showed them that they are not here to just roll over and take this. They are ready to bring it into OT, and it just takes a little bit of a miracle. It takes a little bit of a try, and Ben Lee has been able to push it up.
Oh, no.
No.
I mean, these are... I won't say that one rifle dropped compared to the two they had is going to make a huge difference, but both of these out will. It's just going to be this 5-7, you know, in the recreation of the OG Wizard 4K from our second round of play in the first half that, you know, they're going to need to put call upon if round 20 is to be any serious sight of business from the Super Evil gang. They're riding out the end of this thing, but hopefully they don't let the Party Astronauts heat up too quick.
You never want to go to a party where it's too hot. You know?
I never want to be too hot. That party I'm at, I'm leaving. First try.
It's too humid.
Good thing it's like,
you know?
kind of wintertime still.
Isn't Ancient like a
sure
swamp a little bit? Ancient's a little bit of a swamp.
I see some water some places. Used to be quite loud until they fixed that. The water they fixed. Not sure how that happened. Serving them up. The alley-oop with the flash maybe gets smashed down onto the Super Evil Gang rim. Wasn't supposed to go like that, yet many of them do.
Nice nade. Must have had some kind of sound cue or some kind of information. Talon getting out with just one. Party Astronauts win the round without even planting the bomb. Now, so we are at the point. We are at the point where Super Evil Gang could clear it out right now. They're able to just take control of mid, take control of the sites, able to play outsmart Party Astronauts like they have been. Just feels like they've warmed up here. Party Astronauts are playing on a different kind of machine now.
And it's OG Wizard leading them in the frag category. 19 kills. And it's been through a variety of different fronts. Fang been leading this effort all day on the rifles. Same old as far as I'm concerned. But right now, it's been quite a new face that we've seen of this Ancient. It could just take one great positioning. A multi-kill from Misha, say, here into Cave would make all the difference. Party Astronauts, they've found themselves out of deficits. But this is the Evil Gang's night tonight, Apples. We have discussed that. How do they take their next step? They're a game to lose at this point.
Oh, that nice flash from Darty, though, is going to clear Amisha out and all the dreams of any possibility of a multi-kill in Cave. Rest of Super Evil Gang just falling back onto the site, smoking things off, not giving them anything else easy here. Spang's just going and looking for info. Up through Red Room. Flo, though, we've always seen him smart with the op, but he's not gonna get any less smart with that nice kill. Bit of a body clash there in Red Room, though. Super Evil Gang do have a kick. They do have a pick. Bit of a spam there from Clipsera. Now the retake is on.
Trying to just spam on the way through. This is the conversation. And it's always the same answer. The question to Flo of to go for these retakes or not. He is just going to be so surprised he's caught the back of Darty. Last time he caught the bullets in a 2v2 that is just in blood sport efforts. Bloody knuckles onto this default position where Clipzera has to meet you. And now it's just a tap onto the bomb. Viz, just one of the longest standing members of the party, has gotten it down. Dancing. Clipzera hands on to the bomb and secures the 13-8 victory and the 2-0 over Party Astronauts tonight. The Super Evil Gang is certainly here within Challenger League now. They have 2 more wins to their resume.
Incredible work from them on that first map, and now this second one, not letting Party Astronauts get away with too much fun for too long. And